So hello guys, we'll have a quick recap. So we are building a guessing game using the math library. Basically, we saw that the logic, how to build up the logic. Uh, in this video, our aim is not to understand the HTML and CSS. Our aim is to basically develop the script logic. So yeah, let's move on with that. Till now, we have created a basic template of HTML wherein in the head session we have a small style. It's very basic. We have given some margin, then some padding and the font family, and then we have given in the body session we have the heading tag. I will just show you the display, and meanwhile I will explain you whatever things we have did till now. So yeah, oops. So yeah, you can see the output. So we have the heading tag over here. Um, then we have a normal text using the paragraph. We have displayed that it says that enter a number between 1 to 10, and we have to make a guess whether if it is right or wrong, and we have got a submit button here. So you can see that this is the paragraph tag, and then we have the input tag having the id as input value. This is for this input tag, this element, and then we have the submit button. Okay, and the id for it is submit button only. Okay, so it's pretty much clear. Basic HTML and CSS, using that we have built up this much. Then what we have next? Okay, so this is where our script starts. Okay guys, I hope the screen is visible. So in the initial phase, we have declare a variable called computer generated number, wherein we are storing the random number, the random value between 1 to 10, which has been generated by the computer using math library math.random method. And what we are doing here is we are just multiplying it with 10 plus 1. So this is basically we are the math.random generates a number between 0 to 1. So we don't want that, we want a number between 1 to 10. So that's why we are multiplying it with 10, and to avoid the value getting it as 0, we are adding 1. So there will be no case in our situation where we'll get the value less than 0. It will be always more than 0 or equals to 0, and less than or equals to 10, in between this range. And we don't need any point value, so we are just math.floor method uses to round off the number to its lowest precision value. If you have, like for example, if you have 4.6, so it will convert into 4. If you have 4.4, it will again convert into 4. If you have 4.05, it will again convert into 4. So that is how the math.floor method works. And this is the count. Why we need a count here? Because we also wanted to show that how many guesses required for the users to guess the right number. Okay, so for that sake we have used initialize it with 1. Why 1? Because there will be at least one uh, guess. One guess will almost there for in every cases to make the right prediction. So yeah, with that sake we have like access the button, and the button, after as soon as you click the function, it evokes a function. Okay, so we have access the button through its id, and document.getElement by id, and we have passed the id name, id here name, id string over here, and then on click the function will evoke, and in the function we have built the logic. So here in for now we have stored the user generated user entered value into this the tag. Whatever user will enter, that value will be stored in this user generated number variable. Okay, similarly we store the computer generated number. Similarly, in the same way we are also storing the user generated number into the user generated number variable. Okay, so how do we access that? Similarly, we will access it by document.getElement by id, and passing the id name, and getting its value stored into the user generated number. Now, if you just console log that, you could be able to see that if I enter any value, I would be able to see that in my console. Okay, as soon as I submit the submit my response, I will be able to say that in my console. I will just show you once. If I have entered here 45434 543, so if I just submit, I'm getting the value into my console. I enter anything, I will be getting the value into my console. So in the similar way, what I have to do, I don't want this value in the console. What I want to do is I want to compare this value. I'll just erase this console now for now. I want to compare this value with what, to my actual generated computer generated number. Whether if it is that equal, then I will print my output accordingly. So I will just use here if loop. So if what I will do is I'll just copy this variable. If user generated number is double equals, so we'll use equality sign, is equals to the computer generated number. Then in this case, what I wanted to do is I wanted to print an alert message. Okay, I wanted to print an alert message showing that congratulations, you guessed the number right. Okay, and I also want to show in how many guesses I can show that. If I wanted to access the the variable inside my string, so I will have to use the um, this syntax for that, and in this I will be using my directly accessing the variable with its name. So what was the name of the variable? We have used it here, the count. Okay, so I will just add it over here. Oops, sorry. Yeah, and the curly braces I have to add it, and this is showing me the congratulations, you guessed the right number in this much guesses. So if it guess the right number in one guess only, so it will be printing the value 1 over here, one guess. Okay, also let's say guess. So this is how it works. So I will just show you the output once. This is the backtick syntax. Okay, so I will just show you my screen. Okay, I will just refresh the page, save it and refresh it. So in meanwhile, I to enter the right value in the single single, we just wanted to test it whether our logic is working right or not. So for that sake, what I will do is I will just once print the generated value of my console computer. So if and I will enter this what the computer, as soon as I reload, every time the computer is generating some other value. So for now the computer has generated 6. So if I just enter the value here as 6, so I will be getting congratulations, you guessed the number right in one guess. So I hope you are able to understand the logic what we have did till now. So okay, so I'll just comment out this console because I don't want it would be like copying, just saying the number what the computer has generated in the console and entering the same value, but that is not our, that is the developer's side. Okay, so yeah, so that was like the pretty much knowledge. What we will, the one more thing we want to do is, what if the user entered some value which is not equal to computer generated value, so we'll handle it well. Else if condition. So what if my let's say what if my computer generated value is greater than user generated value. So in that case I will print an alert message, not saying congratulations, but telling the user that oops, you entered what I have to do is the computer value is greater, you entered less value, please try using greater value. Okay, so this is the message I wanted to print. And in else if and in else statement, of course there will be 3 cases. Either my number will be equals to, either my number will be less, and in the last case, or of course my number will be greater. So I don't have to specify the condition. I will just in this I will just change the value as you entered larger greater number, please try using less value. Okay, so that's pretty much knowledge. But here also, here in case I also want to increase my count, increment my count by one, because we have utilized one chance one because we have to increment one account. We choose uh, I think the logic is pretty much clear to you. Why? Because we are using one chance over here. We are making one prediction, one guess. So we have to increase every time my loop gets into the if else part. I have to increment the count by one. So yeah, that's not the pretty much logic we are developing into the script. So if I want to see my output whether it is working right or not, I can just refresh the page, and here I don't need console as such now. So let's try entering any random value. So I will be entering 5. So it's saying me you entered less value, please try using greater value. Okay, so let me try using 9. You entered greater value, please try using. So it's saying me to enter less value. So my logic is clear that the value lies between 5 to 9. So let's use 6 this time. You entered less value, please try. So now the value is between 6 to 9. Let's try using 7. Congratulations. So yeah, this is how our game is working. So I took four guesses. I need to enter 4 times value to make the right prediction. So yeah, that is how we have built the logic. So I hope that was very easy. You have been able to understand this pretty well, and I hope this video was helpful for you. Please try building the game by your own, and you can modify the logic. You can use different methodology and build your own logic to make this game. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much.